Good afternoon, graduands, and good afternoon, guests, and welcome to your Birmingham City University graduation ceremony. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful day to celebrate the achievements of our graduands. And while you've been waiting, you've been enjoying music performed by our own Royal Birmingham Conservatoire Second City Brass Ensemble. The ceremony will soon begin, but before it does, we just have a few requests and announcements. Firstly, we are not expecting any testing of the fire alarm or any other disruption today, but if the alarm does sound or if there is an emergency, our door stewards will direct you so that you can proceed quickly and safely to the nearest exit. Secondly, please turn all mobile phones to silent or switch them off completely. We welcome the taking of photos and videos, but if you're doing so, please do not block the view of others in the audience. We have more than 450 students graduating today, and each one who crosses the stage is important to us. So please do clap and cheer as loudly as you wish as your graduand crosses the stage. The ceremony is expected to last approximately 1.5 hours. For families with small children, if your child becomes unsettled, we do have a separate viewing room where you can still watch the proceedings and tend to your child. Your nearest door steward will be able to help you. Graduands, this is important for you. You have been seated carefully and in a particular order to ensure that every person crosses the stage in the correct sequence. Please stay in your assigned seats, and when you are asked to process out of your row, please do not move out of your assigned order. It is important that you are sitting in the seat assigned to you, and that is indicated on your registration card. Please do keep those cards with you until you reach the stage. If you have moved seats for any reason, please move back into your correct seat now. When you come back into the auditorium after crossing the stage, it is likely that you will be sitting in a different seat, so please do take everything with you. Please be courteous to your fellow graduands yet to cross the stage by clapping and celebrating their achievements too. And please do not use your mobile phones during the ceremony or otherwise distract others from enjoying the proceedings. Our graduation ceremonies are formal occasions that follow a time-honoured format. They begin with a fanfare, following which the academic procession and the Pro-Chancellor's procession enter the hall. At the end of the ceremony, once the Pro-Chancellor closes proceedings, could I please ask everyone to stand once again and for guests to remain in their places until the procession and our graduates have exited the hall, after which you'll be able to join your parties to enjoy the rest of the day. Please do remember to enjoy the live music and complimentary refreshments that we've made available in the circle levels of the Symphony Hall foyer. So now we are about to begin. Can I please ask everyone to stand as the processions enter the hall? Thank you.
Well, good afternoon. I'm delighted to declare this congregation open. Will you please all take your seats, make yourselves comfortable. It's my pleasant duty to preside over this ceremony as Pro-Chancellor of the University, and I'm delighted to be part of such a wonderful celebration of our graduates' achievements in the presence of families and friends. Will you please now show a warm welcome to our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Philip Plowden, as I call upon him to give the opening address.
Pro-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, all of you here to celebrate this long-awaited day of your graduation ceremony. I'm delighted to welcome you all to this Birmingham City University congregation, and as you'll probably be only too aware, this summer's congregations are the first ceremonies we've been able to hold in person since January 2020. So a really warm welcome to Symphony Hall here in the heart of Birmingham, a city we are very proud to call our home. And I have to say, graduation is always such a pleasure. Each and every person who comes across the stage, even if they don't always show it, is celebrating a really considerable achievement. And I hope that here today, we will show our appreciation with loud applause for every graduate who comes across the stage, because it feels as if this ceremony is even more distinctive than those that we held before the pandemic. So thank you very much, because a number of you have made long journeys to come back to Birmingham and to be here today in order to be able to celebrate with us. I know that those of you who are graduating this summer have had one of the most unusual student journeys any of us have ever experienced. So it is great to be here now and in a position to be able to give you the celebration that you deserve. I'm delighted that during this summer of ceremonies, we've done what we always promised we would do, and we've given each and every student who graduated from BCU over the past couple of years the opportunity to participate in one of these ceremonies without restrictions and without compromise, and in the company of those who love and support you. So graduates, this is absolutely your day. But this year, above all, we need to start by acknowledging all of those who've supported you to be here today. It's been such an exceptional journey. And all around me here on the stage are some of the academic staff who will have supported you in your learning. And probably less visible, but behind the scenes, our professional services staff, both here today and across the university as a whole, who ensure that the university runs smoothly. But equally importantly, up in the upper tiers of Symphony Hall, your friends, your family, your supporters, the people who have been there for you when times were tough. So graduates, I'm going to suggest that we start with a huge round of applause for everyone who's supported you. Often in graduation speeches, the thing I hone in on is the omnipresence of change in all of our lives, the way that change seems to have become the new normal, something that we simply have to adjust to. But I have to say that in the graduation speeches to your cohort of students, that feels a little unnecessary, because the period of your studies has been one where you've seen change on a grand scale. You've seen change in real time, having to pivot from one way of living and working and learning to a completely different way of living. So you, our graduates, and the rest of our BCU student community understand change probably better than anyone has understood change. But I hope that despite the challenges that you faced during your studies, Your time at BCU is going to have been memorable for all of the right reasons as well, for the friendships that you have forged, for the communities that you have been part of, as well, of course, as the learning that you have mastered and which brings us here today. But I do want to be clear that today isn't just a celebration of your academic achievement, remarkable though that is. Today's also a celebration of your determination, your adaptability, and above all, your resilience, all of which you have had to show in order to be here this afternoon. And they're all attributes that you are going to need for your future careers. But of course, the university hasn't stood still over the last couple of years. We've continued to develop and to change. And if you've been on the city centre campus recently, you'll have seen something that's emblematic of that, namely the refurbishment of the fabulous old Belmont Works on the corner of Jennings Road and Cardigan Street, to serve as a centre for the delivery of interdisciplinary study, bringing together some of the professional subjects that you represent with our long heritage in creative and cultural industries. And it's great to bring one of the city's most iconic buildings back into use, because it's such a symbol of the way that this university is part of the fabric of the city and has been for almost 180 years now. And we know that times are tough, and we know that things are probably likely to get tougher, at least in the immediate future. But there does remain a real sense of buzz around the city, and much of that over the last month or so has, of course, been the hugely successful Commonwealth Games. And for me, it was genuinely wonderful to see the city and indeed the wider region performing on a world stage with such confidence and such style. And I hope, if you haven't already taken a selfie with the iconic bull down the other end of Centenary Square, you make time to do that today. And it, of course, sits against a backdrop of impressive new developments, from the amazing City Library, the new Paradise Circus development, and even here at Symphony Hall, the recent development of new spaces for performance and for leisure. It is a wonderful time to be in Birmingham. And because BCU is so deeply part of our city, I guess it's no surprise to have seen how deeply embedded we were in the Commonwealth Games. We saw our costume design students create the costumes for the opening event of the 2022 festival. We saw our jewellery students continuing a long heritage of medal making right here in this city by designing the medals with which the athletes were presented on the podium. And those are links with the Games in the city that reinforce our mission as the University for Birmingham, and which underline our rich creative heritage. And the last couple of years have made clear, if there was any doubt before, why what happens in universities is so important. The role of research, the role of knowledge creation, the development of new practices. Now, of course, nothing could bring this more vividly to life than the speed at which new vaccines were developed to help moderate the impact of the recent pandemic. Knowledge has never been more important, and that's something that each of you provides evidence of as you celebrate your graduation today. And that's why holding a ceremony like this is so important. It's why we dress in these very formal and old-fashioned clothes, because it's right and important that we gather formally to recognise what you've achieved. Because graduates are important. In every society, you, are important. The research tells us that graduates tend to live longer. They tend to be more productive. Graduates contribute more to society around them because they're more likely to volunteer, to vote, to lead. Graduates generally have better health and apparently drink less. And above all, graduates are better placed to deal with change. So let me come back to the theme of change. Many of you, I hope all of you, are going to lead long, long lives. And what that means is that during your lives, the world around you is going to change not once, but many times. And you'll probably not have one career, you'll have many careers. And you'll often need to master new skills and new knowledge and to learn afresh. And that's why being a graduate is so significant, because you have the skills that equip you to learn. You have the habits of learning. So today, of course, we are gathered to celebrate what you have achieved, but we're also celebrating what you are going to go on to achieve in your futures. Now, our history as an institution can be traced all the way back to 1843, when we were founded as the rather wonderfully named Birmingham Government School of Design. And we were created in the 1840s in order to help the manufacturers of what was becoming one of the great workshops of the world to compete globally. And while we've changed often and often during the past 180 years, we've stayed true to our founding purpose. We remain focused on learning that makes a difference in the world, in ensuring that our graduates all around the world make a difference in their societies. So my challenge to you is that today, absolutely, we must celebrate your personal achievement, your personal transformation. But let's see that as part of a broader commitment, a commitment to transforming the world around you. Now, you'll all have seen the I Am BCU images. You'll have seen them on campus. You'll have seen them around the city. You'll have seen them here in the ICC. And that was something that came from you, our students. And when we talked to you about it and said, what does this mean? The words that the students used were that it was about pride, it was about confidence, but above all, it was about belonging. It's about being part of an extraordinary family. And you'll always be part of our BCU community and part of our outstanding alumni body. But today is ultimately about you. At long, long last, we've been able to gather today to celebrate something remarkable, which is that all those years ago, a long time in some cases, you set out to do something. And today we celebrate your achieving what you set out to do, notwithstanding all of the challenges that you have faced. So my warmest congratulations to you all. Very well done. I now call upon the Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Executive Dean of the Faculty of Business, Law and Social Sciences, Professor Eileen McAuliffe, to commence the presentation of award holders and on the Pro-Chancellor to receive the students.
Pro-Chancellor, as Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Executive Dean, I present students from the Faculty of Business, Law and Social Sciences who have qualified for the award of degrees, diplomas and certificates. I commence by presenting the candidate for the award of research degree. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy, a thesis entitled Exploring the Effects of Mindful Eating, Self-Kindness and Self-Distancing on Promoting Healthier Eating Behaviours, I present Dr. Misbah Hussain. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy for a thesis entitled 100 Years of the National Research Council, a critical examination of judicial references to forensic science, NAS reports, I present Dr. Amelia Shooter. I now invite Dr. Ewan Kirk to the lectern to present award holders from the School of Law.
Master of Laws in International Business Law, Yamai Ibiriye. Sorry. Jude Agbali. Jilani Ahmed. Shavina Chopra. Mofihin Tulowa Ehobamien. Stephen Enaharo. Mohammed Habib. Magreth Kanev. Olatunde Lanshebe. Ogeneru Kewere Okapolko. Ifanyi Onyiso. Hafsa Raymond. Hamza Saeed. Bridget Sowa. Frank Ukor. Mohammed Usman. Esther Ajishafe. Chimwendu Nduka Idede. Maria Oliveira. Mohammed Shua Ul Kamar. Somia Noor. Kaja Abloja. Melissa Olishuk. Alina Raza. Ethan Reed. Hannah Weston. Meg Wild. Waji Ullah. Amina Ahmed. Ravimbo Diana Gavazar. Isosa Igibinom One Here. Samantha Long. Saeed Ahmed. Sabah Akhtar. Nadia Akram. Vanessa Vivia Edwards Anderson. Maria Arshad. Maria Barno. Aisha Begum. Hamida Begum. Shahina Begum. Ed Bennett. Jessica Bennett. Madiwa Sande. Kirsty Kelly. Shabina Bibaru. Leah Brooks. Claudia Klebos. Sarah Shamila Chowdhury. Lauren Coles. Molly Cook. Aisha Din. Jade Edwards. Gemma Ellis. Molly Evans. Zoe Evans. Mariam Ganti. Monica Gill. Cece Haji. Sarah Hall. Madison Harper. Josephine Hillier. Georgina Hine. Shirin Hussain. Mandeep Kaur. Malik Mohammed Javed Iqbal Khan. Akhtar Hussain. Nosheen Javed. Shazia Soni. Afia Bakil Kassem. Anusha Liaquat. Serish Mahmood. Jacob Morrow. Matthew Martin. Amina Mahmood. Lauren Moroney. Hilary Myers. Callum Pocknell. Tarjeevan Kaur Rai. Javid Mohammed Rana. Matthew Roberts. Holly Sharp. Beanish Shazad. Jaswinder Singh. Angela Sinapu. Charlotte Spencer. Aruj Tahir. Rebecca Waters. Sidonia Woodward Wallace. Roxanne Bailey. Postgraduate Diploma in Legal Practice, Abba Dankwa. Anil Kalsi. Rabani Liaquat. Emily Willett. Maria Zia. Master of Laws in Professional Law, Anika Akhtar. Yasmin Bayrak. Ruth Beeman. Chantel Brown. Akhtar Chowdhury. Jeenath Chowdhury. Stephanie Groves. Douglas Henderson. Mark Lee Johnson. Anika Hussain. Amjad Khan. Krista Clavina. Daisy Mason. Sonia Matharu. Charles McDade. Sarah Morris. Thomas Murray. Guy William Lefevre Nichols. Amy Phipps. Iman Sajid. Afsana Salam. Noor Siddiqui. Hasina Ali. Naomi Yisha Wellington. Paulina Weismulek. Somia Zafar. Amna Alize Abbas. Karis Bioku Betts. Iram Khan. Asad Mahfouz. Postgraduate Diploma in Law, Tanvir Ahmed. Kiran Gill. Miriam Pollard. Farhan Waleed. Postgraduate Diploma in Legal Practice, Kiran Ayub. Melanie Ipaminondas. Magali Macarena Gallegos Cerda. Shauntae Johnson. Antoinette Nasilele. William Pitt. Paul Ram. Samantha Lames. Postgraduate Diploma in Law, Deepika Sidhu. Masters in Professional Law, Hadassah Nelson. Master of Laws in Legal Practice, Maria Zahid. Postgraduate Diploma in Law, Roxanne Gayama Amihir. Master of Laws in International Human Rights, Rochelle Phillips. Saini Barrow. Master of Laws in International Business Law, David Muzan. Master of Laws in International Law, Nath Kebe. Success, Osato Harman. Bachelor of Laws with Honours, Charlie Butler. Master of Laws in International Human Rights, Oluchi Ezeja. Master of Laws in Professional Law, Justina Davis. Master of Laws in Legal Practice, Alice Olenga Diowo. This completes the presentation of awards to graduates from the School of Law.
I now invite Professor Craig Jackson to the lectern to present award holders from the School of Social Sciences.
Bachelor of Science with Honours in Psychology, Farah Abdi. Alina Ahmad. Ejazul Ahmed. Grace Ajayi. Emily Ashmore. Joy Harriet Fulmineo Ajisafe. Malia Alias. Jasmine Avery. Afia Ba Azab. Simran Baines. Ella Louise Barber. Nayab Bashir. Laura Basson. Samina Begum. Monica Batty. Richard Bibb. Zuleika Bibi. Dana Bodimede Firth. Diana Bosian. Lauren Brayan. Katie Brockis. Georgina Burrows. Ikra Butt. Ella Cater Smith. Reese Chalmers. Tendai Chigadora. Sanzida Chowdhury. Lakeisha Coles. Georgina Coop. Charlie Cushman. Maria da Silva Fostier. Sonia D'Angel. Khalees Darby. Ella Derry. Tiraj Dami. Ravina Desi. Andreli Jedikhanu. Lauren Dodd. Aliyah Doley. Dimitar Domazetsky. Priya Dosanjh. Alexei Doan. Eleanor Duffy. Sophie Eden. Natalia Edwards. Rochelle Edwards. Destiny Amika. Lucy Froggatt. Laura G. Mariam Gafour. Abigail Glynn. Amy Gorman. Molly Green. Misbah Ghulam Nabi. Rhiannon Hale. Shivanji Hallan. Fatima Hanif. B. Hawkins. B. Hankins. Ellie Harper. Emily Harvey. Chloe Henderson. Louise Hodgson. Samantha Horton. Robert Hume. Megan Hunter. Halima Hussain. Azira Hussain. Uzma Hussain. Jusra Hussain. Phoebe Ibbs. Bushra Ibrahim. Louisa Ijaz. Andrew Ingleston. Aksa Jahangir. Adrian Jammer. Aksa Jamil. Gurnish Jangra. Holly Jenkins. Rihanna Jones. Lukondo Kaloshi. Angelina Kalsi. Laraib Khan. Javira Kanu. Naima Khatun. Karolina Kokonska. Saika Kulsuma. Roshni Kamadi. Charlotte Lilly. Liberty Majid. Marian Ahmed. Asma Mansour. Elena Marks. Catherine Marsh. Heather Matthews. Hannah Rose Maxwell. Lisa McCarthy. Rachel McDermott. Sean McDonald. Alexia Michael. Ellie Micklethwaite. Molly Miley. Monasui Millward Brooks. Saya Mistry. Holly Mitchell. Sidra Mobeen. Gavin Morris. Suad Muflahi. Nafisa Mughal. Casey Munn. Chloe O'Neill. Melissa O'Brien. Amina Nessa. Benjamin Oldroyd. Bryony Onions. Isabel Oram. Adrizel Palikti. Susie Pardo. Rubia Parvez. Ambika Patel. Ruxanda Sinsanya Radu. Caprice Pert. Will Pure. Amy Gemma Powis. Rebecca Probert. Faiza Rahman. Anisha Raj. Oliver Randall. Kibreya Rani. Harvey Regan. Abigail Rennie. Grace Ruby Richards. Zara Rose. Amy Sado. Megan Saunders. Nadia Shaheen. Sarah Shahzad. Kajal Sharma. Amelia Sherwood. Adam Smith. Jaskaran Sohal. Ilan Stonefield. Hayley Stringer. Riley Stringer. Charles Swinford. Paige Taylor. William Taylor. Zoe Taylor. Bethany Thompson. Brooke Thornton Seeley. Charmaine Webbinger. Sam Walkley. Akila Welsh. Monique White. Anise Wilson. Bethany Wild. Jasmine Wilson. Lucy Woodham. Jordan Wright. Malia Yassin. Aroz Ozagazda. Olivia Zegel. Sahara Zulfikar. Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Afsar Hussain. Bianca Smith. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Psychology with Business, Faiza Hassan. Georgia Powell. Sadia Ramzan. Rumana Sajjad. Anmol Sheikh. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Psychology with Criminology, Taiba Akhtar. Gemma Allison. Lauren Ashley. Helena Asif. Mahmouda Begum. Sabine Bailey Corridus. Laura Barron. Olivia Bethel. Katie Beavis. Emily Bone. Chelsea Cabina. Jake Corser. Grace Charlton. Courtney Coles. Eltina Danso. Kia Edgar. Chloe Louise Elliott. Katie Lee Essam. Charisse Francis. Tesney Franklin. Chloe Fullerton. Sean Gill. Kia Shannon Gray. Yusra Ghulamnabi. Holly Hamer. Nicolette Haas. Sarah Hay. Aliyah Haynes. Kia Henry. Charlotte Hickman. Sasha Hughes. Shivani Hands. Annabelle Jones. Maria Corsa. Lucy Kelson. Daisy Keelock. Hansa Kieran. Kira Lawler. Joanne Lloyd. Katie Mayer. Rachel Mainstone. Abdul Majid. Dominique McQueen. Pavanjot Mihai. Cheyenne Miles. Aruj Mirza. Caitlin Moorcroft. Adriana Morkey. Abby Lee Morris. Aisha Nisa. Aisha Najee. Joy Indivi. Faith Oilami. Emily Page. Melissa Pope. Akansha Rav Kumar. Caitlin Rogers. Nagreen Rogers. Sumaya Shabir. Kirandeep Suman. Anika Tagar. Sophie Van Fleet. Isabel Waldron. Sydney Wheeler. Jonathan Wilson. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Psychology, Elvis Cootie. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Psychology with Marketing, Jaskiran Baines. Christian Isles. Nia Robinson. Olivia Toole. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Psychology with Sociology, Deschanel Alexander. Nishat Anjum. Jessie Preet Braish. Summer May Brown. Emily Grace Cook. Lucy Davis. Sarah Fatima. Kieran Garfor. Jennifer Carbway. Sonia Kuna. Sinead Nolan. Halima Ravat. Asma Riaz. Hafsa Saifullah. Katie Smith. Sofia Surrender Novakovic. Aruj Tahir. Olev Yehezkel. Yasmin Zaman. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Sociology and Criminology, Tia Riley. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Psychology, Mohammed Daniel. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Psychology with Criminology, Hassan Hussain. Postgraduate Diploma in Legal Practice, Pratkisha Patel. Master of Laws in Legal Practice, Mahira Butt. And this completes the presentation of awards to graduates in the School of Social Sciences.
So, this completes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Business, Law and Social Sciences. I now invite Laura G., who has graduated from our Bachelor of Science in Psychology this afternoon, to address the congregation.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm super nervous, so please bear with me. We're actually here at last. Wow, can you believe it? We've waited such a long time for this, but I'm pretty sure it's been worth the wait. It's a great honour to be asked to speak to you today, and it is very much appreciated. The first thing I'd like to do is thank several people on behalf of us graduates and our guests. I would like to start by thanking the Pro-Chancellor and the Vice-Chancellor. Thank you for your interest you've shown in our achievements and your commitment to graduation. Our talented musicians from the Royal Birmingham Conservatoire have helped create a wonderful atmosphere for our special day. So please join me in giving them a warm round of applause. Today marks the end of years of hard work. As well as thanking those that have made our ceremony itself so special, I must also thank all the academic and professional service staff who have helped us with our journeys. Thank you for your guidance, your expertise and your support. I would also like to take this opportunity to offer a formal thank you to our family and friends, whose encouragement and support has been crucial. So in a moment, I will ask all of today's graduates to please stand, turn around and join me in giving a warm, well-deserved round of applause. Graduates, please stand. Thank you. Take your seats. Thank you. Making the decision to come to university at the age of 30 was quite a tricky one. and I'm sure you all had your hurdles to overcome as well. However, I hope that you can agree in choosing BCU was a great decision. From the minute I stepped onto campus at induction, I just instantly felt welcomed and knew this was a place where I could grow and develop. Not only have we developed our minds, but also grown in ourselves, all whilst creating some wonderful friendships that I hope will last a lifetime. I also personally want to thank my wife and my daughter for helping me get through this journey. It's been a very stressful one at times, sorry. Thank you. But the highs have definitely outweighed the lows. Also, a shout out to my mum and my nan. I know you found it very hard to understand what university is all about, as it was all very new to you. I was the first in my family to attend university. But you have supported me regardless, so thank you. Some of us may have completed our masters by now, still studying or working. But as we move on to the next stage in our lives, we are united as something no one can ever take away from us. We are the classes of 2020, 2021 and 2022, and not even a global pandemic could stop us. So, just to close, this may be the beginning or the middle of your story, but use this experience as a plan to write the rest of your journey. Take what you've learned here and go into the world with confidence. Above all, be proud of yourselves, because today, at last, we have graduated. Congratulations, graduates. I now invite the Vice-Chancellor to close the ceremony. Thank you.
Come on, you do better than that. Good round of applause for Laura, please. Well, it simply remains for me to add my personal congratulations to all of those of you receiving awards today. I offer my very best wishes to you all for the future, whatever that may bring. And I'm not going to stand in the way one moment longer of celebrations that I'm sure beckon with families and friends. So I now declare this congregation closed. We'd be very grateful if you'd stand and remain in your seats as the stage processions leave the hall. Thank you very much indeed for your attendance.